When you get older and crippled up, where you get to the point where you lose all of interest in life itself.
I've got good friends here and good support, and like I say, the whole package, you just can't turn it down.
Of all the organizations I've dealt with all my life, this is probably the one that for me is the most professional and the most successful in carrying out its mission.
KXOY4HD presents Spotlight on Health, Providence Family of Care, brought to you by Providence Health Care.
It's a fact that many people today are living longer lives, and with this longevity comes the likelihood many people will need increased medical care, specialized care in many cases, to continue their quality of life. And it's not exclusive to just the elderly. People of all ages with a wide variety of medical conditions seek and require quality care.
Hi, I'm KXOY4's Nadine Woodward. Where can you turn to when you or a loved one needs this kind of care? What are your options and who can help? Many times healthcare decisions fall on the shoulders of the children of the elderly, their spouses or siblings of a loved one, and many times they are made with little warning. Tonight, we offer an in-depth look at options that offer a complete cycle of care unique to our area. Providence Health Care, with its continuum ministries programs, offers traditional care to area residents with personalized attention, respect, and dignity.
One of our goals, our interest, is to help educate the community, the many publics, about the services that we provide to individuals and to their family members.
Sheila Masteller, Vice President of Providence Health Care, recognizes the demands families face when making decisions about caring for loved ones. Her mission is to educate the community about the resources available.
I have many, many friends who are in a spot in their life right now working with their parents, working with an aging spouse, working with other people with illnesses, and oftentimes people don't know where to turn. And one of our interests is in assisting families ahead of time to think about, how am I going to provide care? What's my role in assisting my parents, assisting my spouse, assisting children to access care?
Caring for a loved one is the overriding principle involved with each one of the Providence ministries.
Providence Health Care's non-acute ministries, our services outside the hospital, are 5 major ministries. Providence Emily Court is our 60-unit assisted living facility that's on the campus of Sacred Heart Medical Center. It provides apartment living for people and support, nursing support, meals, housekeeping support. Providence St. Joseph's Care Center and Transitional Care Unit is a 160-bed skilled nursing facility and transitional care unit. It also is located on the campus of Sacred Heart Medical Center. Our transitional care unit is a brand new rehab-focused facility. Providence B&A Home Health is our home health organization that serves clients, patients throughout Spokane County. Providence Adult Day Health is the only adult day health program in Spokane, and we serve on our location near Holy Family Hospital 45 people a day, providing skilled nursing and rehab services, and the total number of clients and families that we serve is over 160. And in Stevens County, Providence Health Care also sponsors Dominicare, which is a home chore program primarily for the elderly.
Each facility under the Providence umbrella fills a specific need, but it's the concept of the continuum, or the cycle of care, that sets Providence apart from the rest.
Providence is the only integrated delivery system at this point in Spokane, where if you're in the Providence healthcare system, you can receive your hospital care, you can receive skilled nursing, transitional care, you can have your home health care services coordinated and provided for you, you can access our assisted living facility, and have our adult day health services. We are an integrated delivery system, and as we work with patients, residents, and their families, we're very committed to our philosophy that you are a Providence patient. We're honored to care for you through the cycle of care, and we work hard to coordinate and deliver that seamless care to help people move from one level of care to the next, and whenever possible, to return them to independence. So we are unique in the community, and we're very proud of that.
Of the 4 ministries that you offer, is there one that seems to be taxed more than others?
The need for all of them is growing, but I would say the greatest growing need right now is in the home health area. As with our aging population, with people who are recovering from acute trauma, major surgeries, the chronic disease management of our entire population, and the ability of the healthcare system to provide care in the home, and the growing pressure to utilize the hospital only for the patients who are most ill or in the greatest need. The growth for home health, the demand for home health services is the greatest right now.
Financially, are most people eligible for these services?
If you look at our different ministries, if you, for example, talk about VNA Home Health or home health services, most people, insurance will cover skilled home health services in the home. Medicare covers that. Most people who have private insurance, there is a benefit for home health services. Medicaid also provides for home health services. But at VNA, St. Joseph's Care Center, Emily Court, and Adult Day Health, we do have growing numbers of people in our community who have no resources, no insurance to cover their programs. Providence Health Care has a commitment to serving those in need, regardless of their ability to pay.
With the demand, there is still the motivation to get the word out about what services are available to those in need and how valuable those services are.
And anything that we can do to help people get ready for that ahead of time, we want to do. Whether that's for short-term periods of time, whether it's for a longer period of time, or whether it's to help people through the journey through the end of life for their loved one. The difference that we make is just beyond words. And people send the notes that say, "Without your angels, our family would not have survived. You did more for us than anyone else. You helped us through the journey."
A pioneering spirit. That's the legacy of Providence, to continue to advance new ways to improve the health and well-being of those they serve. Up next,
I've got good friends here and good support, and like I say, the whole package, you just can't turn it down.
we'll take you inside the ministries that make up the Providence cycle of care.
123 years ago, the Sisters of Providence made their way to the Spokane region on a mission to help those in need. And with that same pioneering spirit and commitment to compassionate care, Providence Health Care continues to advance new ways of improving the health and well-being of the people we serve today. It's a deep personal calling that drives everything we do. This is who we are.
Right now, he's not thinking about what would happen if he had a stroke. He hasn't measured the benefits of neuroradiology. He hasn't formed a team of stroke specialists who are available around the clock. He hasn't thought, what if? But we have. It's part of being the region's premier medical center, and why Sacred Heart built the region's only certified stroke program.
In today's world of rising medical costs, hospital stays are getting shorter. But what do you do when you're not sick enough to still be in the hospital, but not well enough to go home? Well, that's where Providence St. Joseph Care Center and Transitional Care Unit come into play.
St. Joseph Care Center is a 162-bed skilled nursing facility, and we have a huge focus on rehab. We have been really capturing a lot of the orthopedic and cardiac service line patients for short stay rehab.
St. Joseph celebrates its 85th anniversary in August. It's a twofold ministry dedicated to short-term care and recovery, and coupled with nursing services that can support a person through the rest of their life.
It's a skilled nursing facility, which means it's licensed to take care of people across the spectrum of all needs, and it ranges from people who are in an extended care facility for the remainder of their life, some custodial care patients. It's also a lot of people who are recovering from hospitalizations, and they need a step-down place to go before they can go home.
What's really nice about the Transitional Care Unit is the rooms are all private, They all have their own TVs and their phones, and they can open their windows. We have an incredible gym. The gym was brand new, and we have state-of-the-art equipment in it. Lots of equipment. We also have a Wii Fit, and we've got this beautiful garden where people can go out and rehab in the garden. Not only are we seeing the people that need to have the active therapy, but it's also the maintenance and the restorative therapy and the screenings to make sure that somebody isn't starting to lose function or lose ground. On any given day, we probably have 3 therapists. They're physical therapists, occupational therapy, speech therapy, plus the physical therapy assistants, the occupational therapy assistants, and then we have an incredible restorative staff that pick up where therapy leaves off. Outcomes are outstanding. And this was our big groundbreaking crew.
With a new rehabilitation and transitional unit, St. Joseph can tout the best cutting-edge technology, but it's the quality of the staff that sets this modern facility apart.
The skills and expertise of our staff are oftentimes compared to the expertise needed to provide care for patients in the hospital. In fact, in many ways, as we work with our physicians, they are saying that our units at St. Joseph's Care Center are the next floor in our hospital.
9 months ago, we started a hospitalist type of system here at St. Joseph Care Center. Before the care was good and the physicians were excellent, but they still had very busy office practices that they were, and taking care of their patients in the office, and weren't able to be at St. Joseph Care Center as much as we would have liked for them to be. And so our model is that we have someone here at the facility Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, to be able to respond to any problems or any concerns that arise during that time. And just by doing that, we've been able to decrease people having to go to the emergency room by over 50% from what it was before. At night, if there's a problem, our team is called. And if the patient does need to end up having to come to the hospital because of a particular problem, it's that person who knows the patient who will continue to take care of them.
The skilled healthcare providers at St. Joseph are able to deal with a variety of patients who come here every day.
We have centurions who continue to have birthdays, and that's quite a big deal. We make a big deal out of that. And then we have people that I think our youngest person is 20. So huge range as far as ages go.
More and more patients are being discharged from the hospital sooner. It's not only insurance pressures, Medicare pressures and all that, but it's also an effort to get people into a place where they're going to be more independent, and that's the need that St. Joe's fills.
People are very worried about fragmentation of their care. And since we've been able to really build the strengths of our connections with the different Providence entities, and by having hospitalists at the nursing home, it really has eased people's minds. I can tell them at the hospital, okay, you're going to go to St. Joseph Care Center, which is a nursing home, and people sometimes really struggle with that. But I can tell them also, my partner is over there. They will see you the day that you come over. If there's a problem, you can call them, they can come right up. And patients really enjoy that continuity and really feel like they're being taken care of.
Having that continuity of care is a critical element to the Providence system. Just across the street from St. Joseph, and an important part of that care is Emily Court Assisted Living. All right, we're with Lori Crane, Executive Director at Providence Emily Court Assisted Living. Tell us about the people you serve here.
We have a diverse population of residents that are here with us at Emily Court. Typically, you may think of an assisted living as someone for just the aging population. We have people that reside here from 40 years old all the way up to 100 plus.
Well, Lori, would you mind showing us around?
No, I'd love to. Okay. When you enter the building, you enter our beautiful lobby, has a fireplace and is a gathering place for our residents. We also have a private dining room that the residents can use for themselves, their families. We have an activity room where they like to do crafts or gather. And then we have a dining room area that is beautiful amenities, and we serve 3 restaurant-style meals there for our residents daily. We have 2 floors. We have 30 rooms on each floor. The resident rooms are about 440 square feet, which is large for assisted living. They have their own small refrigerator, microwave, kitchen, bathroom, and then the living area and sleeping area is kind of a combined area. We also have a living room located on each floor. We have a large kitchen on each floor, so if they want to have meals with their families or cook their own dinners, they're able to do that. We have a library on one floor, and on the other floor, that floor is used as a gathering place to have the rosary daily. We have our gym on each floor. And we have 3 days a week. We have a instructor who comes in and does exercise with the resident. We have a 24/7 RN on duty, 1 in-house, 40 hours a week.
And Laura, you offer some amazing outdoor grounds.
We have beautiful site. We have a grotto that's located off of our dining room, activity room. We have private grounds in the back that the residents are able to have barbecues in or dine in, and the area is a beautiful, very tranquil area.
Can you explain a little bit about the 5 levels of assistance that you have?
They would start with just basic. What it would just be is the room and board and the food. Then there could be medication assistance. There may be assistance with showering. There may be assistance with needing transporting. And then there may be more monitoring that needs to go on, which would be the highest level of care.
Well, Lori, thank you for showing us around Providence Emily Court Assisted Living.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Well, it's the total package. I mean, the nursing care. I have my own beautiful room up on the 3rd floor, overlook the city.
Nice.
The meals here are fabulous. Good nursing service.
An old Marine Corps injury finally caught up with 71-year-old Frank Berger. A retired Spokane realtor and restaurant owner, Frank's mobility was sidelined a year ago by surgery.
I had bad bones in my feet, so they ended up taking all the bones out of all my toes.
Wow.
So it hasn't been fun. It's been a long recuperative deal. Matter of fact, when I leave here, I go back across the street to physical therapy. I go over there 3 or 4 days a week and get back into it.
If you weren't here, where would you go?
Well, I'd have to go to some kind of a nursing home.
But you don't want to do that.
No.
While Frank may be a more typical Emily Court resident, Troy Austin is seemingly not. But the facility has given Troy a second chance at life after a failed suicide attempt last winter.
It was around December 30th, and just went out and laid out in the snow and was just waiting to end it all, and it just didn't seem to be cold enough. And so I eventually made it back to my car. I could barely walk, and I figured I would drive back to Spokane and check the weather for the next night.
Frostbite will likely claim his toes, compromising Troy's ability to walk. Emily Court provides a respite of care until the 41-year-old can return to his own life.
So it just gives me a place where I can get around. My home in Post Falls is just not equipped for a chair, and so it is nice that I can stay here, absolutely.
The Providence cycle of care has also played an important role in restoring Troy's faith and hope for the future.
It was quite amazing, and of course to be part of the Providence Center is very nice because I was able to call the chaplain up there and get my first Bible. And then I went over to St. Joe's and was able to share my testimony with the staff and with the residents there. And then coming here to Emily Court as well has been nice.
So you look like you're full of hope now.
Oh yeah, joy, hope, everything.
As you've just seen, it is the mission of the Providence programs that's carried out by the professionals involved, and it's the clients who truly benefit. Coming up next.
Of all the organizations I've dealt with all my life, this is probably the one that for me is the most professional and the most successful in carrying out its mission.
It began with them some 120 years ago. The Sisters of Providence made their way here on a mission to help those in need. And they did. Their personal work was felt around the Spokane region, but it was just the beginning. What they set into motion would span generations, a commitment to compassionate care, delivered with the highest level of excellence and utmost respect for every individual, at places like Sacred Heart and Holy Family. As the needs in our community have grown, Providence Health Care has grown to meet them. And in the same pioneering spirit that is our legacy, we continue to advance new ways of improving the health and well-being of the people we serve. It's this deep personal calling that drives everything we do and inspires all that we will do. This is who we are.
For more than 30 years, Providence Adult Day Health has been filling a special need in our community for adults whose lives have been challenged by injuries, disease, dementia, or the frailties of aging. We're talking with Jim Lippold, Executive Director of Providence Adult Day Health. And this is a busy place today. Will you give us a tour?
I would be delighted to.
All right.
We're expecting about 50 folks here today, mostly elderly, frail, who live in the community in an adult family home, in their own home with adult children perhaps, or in an assisted living program. They come here for the daytime to get some exercise, be seen by the nurse, and engage in fun, recreational sort of social activities. Our day is a 5-hour day, and we divide into smaller groups throughout the day and shift activities about every 45 minutes or an hour, and move from maybe exercise to active games, which is a program that encourages people to get some exercise, but in the context of game playing, which is fun.
And everyone goes through the same process at different times?
Yes, although it is individualized as well.
Okay.
Some people are channeled into one track or group, a balance group for different levels of ability.
So what's going on in this room?
Well, this is our main activity room where people, when they arrive in the morning, gather together in this room. These are the tables that we have where we have activities out on the table. Folks like to sit next to friends. This is where people start the day. We spend some time talking with folks about current events, what's happening in the news, some of the main news stories. Again, folks can get pretty isolated and maybe don't read the paper or watch the news. It's important to have cognitive stimulation. It helps reduce the progression of forgetting and memory problems.
Jim, we're in the rehab area. Tell us what goes on here.
Well, it's primarily, we have a balance group every day, actually 3 balance groups for different levels of ability. The focus here is on exercise, on strengthening the ability to just basic everyday functioning, from standing from a sitting position, walking and movements. So I believe we really prevent a lot of hospitalizations, unnecessary doctor visits, because they are seen medically here on a regular basis. We have skilled nursing staff of 3 nurses who are here every day, involved with the clients.
Well, these nurses do a great job. They really keep us going and healthy, and besides being nice.
It's been a lifesaver because, you know, when you get older and crippled up, well, you get to the point where you lose the interest. You lose all of interest in life itself. So, but when we get to come here, well, it helps a great deal.
And what do you think of the staff here?
Oh, they're great. They're really great.
So Jim, how important is this facility to the clients that you serve?
Well, the best gauge of that is watching the clients every day and the benefits that they get the improvements that they make or the abilities they maintain and don't lose. So it's very, very valuable for the people that attend, and they tell us that all the time.
One of those clients is Ron Boyd. Ron suffered several health setbacks, and his road to recovery has been long. He and his wife Joan are grateful for Providence Adult Day Health.
But when he started here, he was totally in a wheelchair. He didn't walk at all, and he didn't talk. And now he's walking and talking, and we're able to, he does use the wheelchair here, but for the most part we try not to use the wheelchair. He has speech therapy here, and he progressed further in the speech therapy here than he had before. The doctors cannot believe what he's done. They cannot believe, and I think that this is part of that process.
I think they're A1. They're fantastic.
I bet your staff gets very connected to the clients who come here.
Absolutely. We have a very talented and dedicated staff who love the work that they do and love the clients and really enjoy coming to work.
Well, Jim, thank you so much for giving us a tour of Providence Adult Day Health.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming by.
Some patients who are sent home just aren't prepared to recover alone. But the Visiting Nurses Association, or VNA, offers the support they need to continue that healing process at home.
Well, I was relatively healthy until about 10 years ago, and then age caught up with me, I think.
A heart attack, multiple bouts of pneumonia, and most recently a tear in her rotor cuff have ultimately slowed down Jan Polick, but she credits VNA for helping her maintain a life of independence.
I really can't say enough about them. It's of all the organizations I've dealt with all my life, this is probably the one that for me is the most professional and the most successful in carrying out its mission.
Like Jan, many people released from the hospital need help as they convalesce at home.
They might do physical therapy or occupational therapy or teach them how to take care of their diabetes or do wound care, any number of things. And for me, they end up sort of being my eyes and ears, because a lot of times if I can't get to the home to see the patient, I can call the visiting nurses and say, hey, go see them and see what you see and call me and let me know. And that helps me to make better decisions for their care.
VNA not only serves as a liaison between doctor and patient in the recovery process, in addition to administering care, therapy, and medications, it also provides a deeper connection with patients that helps the body and soul.
The best thing is, I don't know how I can really express this so well, it's as if you have someone you really like coming to visit you, but she also knows everything that's wrong with you and how to fix it. You know, it's wonderful. It's like having your best friend be a professional servant in this respect. So they've done wonderful things for me.
One of the things that I really like about it is that they really are trying to do what's best for the community. And so St. Joseph's and visiting nurses actually don't make money. They lose money every year, and Providence has said, hey, this is what's right for the community. So if we need to continue to fund these services so that we can take care of the people that are here, we're going to do that. So that's one of my favorite things about them.
As you've seen in this half hour, Providence Family of Care offers unique, caring, and professional solutions to anyone seeking answers about caring for a loved one. For complete information on one or any of these Providence programs, log on to phc.org. I'm Nadine Woodward. Thanks for watching.